Hey everybody, Carolina Tony coming to you today from Southern Pines, North Carolina, and I'm outside of the Creation Museum and Antique Tools. It's also a Christian bookstore. I found this in reading and it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. So we're going to go in and take a look. But right after this station identification. We have displayed all the credible evidence of evolution. On this board, it's called Tools of the Trade. Here is a tool used by a doctor to extract bullets. And here is a ship steward. So this tool was used by a man who served as a porter on a sailing ship. It is a fire alarm. You spin it around and make a noise. This screwdriver here was from the Decatur Coffin Company in Decatur, Illinois. Patented this in 1864. It is a screwdriver used in making coffins, but it will only turn one way for obvious reasons. And there are all kind of weird things in here. There's a taxidermied alligator head. Long before there were styrofoam koozies to keep your drinks warm, there were buffalo koozies. There is a bird-eating tarantula from Peru, as well as an armadillo. In the South, they call those possums on the half shell. All types of taxidermied animals. There's some fool's gold. And this fella here is called a Cocochi Monday. He's an animal that's found in South America actually from Argentina all the way up to Arizona. It's quite rare. They also, in Mexico, they'll tame them and let them be their pets. This fella here is called an Albert squirrel. Look at the hair on his ears. A sponge. And some shark's teeth. A little skunk. And that's a strange looking rabbit. This is a brown water snake. Do you know what a vulture is? Ooh! The vulture. You know what a vulture is? Ooh! Oh, there he is. This here is supposedly the first patented washing machine on a stick. You put your clothes in a tin tub full of hot soapy water and shake it up and down and scrub them back here on a scrubbing board. There is so much in this museum. It is just unreal. They're on the ceiling, the walls, picture of Annie Oakley. She actually came to Southern Pines and gave gun lessons at the Carolina Hotel. Here is a early floor sweeper in a wood case. This case here is entitled Strange Stuff. And there is indeed some strange stuff in here. There's a tiki god. Here are some items used by witch doctors to command demons. This is called a bull roarer. It's a shamanic tool from the Aborigines in the outback Australia. It's used to break the ethers and some of the souls of the spirit world. It says when whirled in a circular motion, the bull roar is said to break the ethers and make a unique primal sound and vibration. Here are some chains that were used in San Quentin. And over there, this thing here is a slave collar. And then the 1859. A collection of hand saws. I bet a lot of people will look at this and just say, oh, here's a handsaw. But this is one of the most sought after tools in the world when it comes to collecting. It's a 7-in-1 combination tool. It's a saw, a 24-inch rule, a square, a straight edge, a scratch awl, a plumb, and a level. So next time you look at a handsaw, look at it a little differently. See, here are some with the levels, and this would be the square, the straight edge here, and here is the scratch awl, and all types of levels. Right there is known as the plumber's wireless phone. You put your ear down here, and this rod would touch the metal, and you could listen for whatever was in the pipes. Back in the early days of coal mining, there was no way to test for poisonous gases, so the miners would take a canary in a cage, and the canary was more susceptible to toxic gas, and it served as an immediate alarm. The canary died, you better get your tail out of the cave. That are used by masons. This little tool here was used to carry bricks, so they could carry more than one at a time. Look up. You might miss something. Axes and hatchets. 1911 patented model hedge trimmer. This here is the infamous jackalope. It is found a lot in the southern regions of the United States. Primarily the work of taxidermists. And of course, the fur-bearing trout. The Arctic fox. Actually, the blue Arctic fox. And a porcupine. It's found from Alaska to Mexico. Or not. But this is a 4-horned goat and a mountain lion. He looks so sweet. A rascal would eat you in a heartbeat. Speaking of eating you in a heartbeat, look, coming out from under the line, a man's hand. A treasure trove of old tools.
Oh, do you know what that is? Yeah, look, he's smiling at you.
After suffering a stroke in 1989, Kent Kelly, preacher, couldn't preach anymore, so he spent a lot of time traveling around the southeastern United States, collecting blue ribbon taxidermied animals to add interest to his mother's Christian bookstore. And over time, he added tools and became quite a collector. Pastor Kelly centered his museum around the creation and the fact that God created all things. And he wanted that to be evidence in this museum. That's why he added all the animals. Mama possum, little babies, crawling all on her back. And see, kind of like a kangaroo, babies come out of their pouch. And I'm sure there's some folks that won't get this, but it's a flying squirrel. And that reminds me of, hey, Rocky. And this is called a velvet monkey. He just got a strange look on his face. A baby sloth. A beaver ball. Then beavers will chew just to be chewing, because if they stop chewing, their teeth keeps on growing, and when their teeth grows too long, they can't chew, and therefore they'll starve to death. So they just don't chew to build dams, they chew to be chewing. These are game roosters, and this is what it would look like, which is an activity that is banned and illegal. Cockfights. And here is a silver fox, and it looks like he is in the hen house. Fox has no business in the hen house. Here are some albino raccoons. You can tell they're albino from the pink eyes. There's a timber wolf and some bears and some possums. And here is a albino possum. And a collection of snakes. Now, I don't like snakes. Here are some old types of drills. Mouse embedded in cheese. More hammers. Well, I want to thank everybody for stopping by my channel. Thank you for joining me here at the Creation Museum in Southern Pines, North Carolina. Great collection of taxidermied animals, old tools and stuff. It's really been fun. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you hadn't subscribed, be sure to go down here and click subscribe. After that, ring the bell so you'll be notified every time we put a channel out. But again, thank you, and hey, y'all have a good day.